What's up, boys? It's Nick from Chainsaw 501 here. I'm the king of the scrubs, and it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video, and I know I did the update thing, and I was supposed to do something the second the ban list dropped, but you know what? I'm fucking broke, and I am poor as shit. So, like, I haven't bought a damn piece of cardboard. That's good 99-cent caffeine right there. Anyway. So this is the deck I've been testing. It's fucking blue-red control because I refuse to play anything else. Like, the format's kind of fun, but I haven't done much with it just because, like, there's no data. We've had, like, a tournament on NTGO, and that's about it. So, all of this is theory. All of this is just 100% speculation. So I have no idea if this deck is any good. I have no idea if this deck is even playable, but I'm going to play it because that's what I do, and I refuse to spend money on any other archetype. So let's run through the deck list. For the mana base, we have 4 Aether Hubs. It's probably the best land in Standard. 2 of each of the deserts. The reason is because of the 1 of Hostile Desert, and the reasoning for this card is that because the Fumarole is rotated out, you no longer have a secondary win condition. I'm not going to play 4 Hostile Desert because it's not the same as Fumarole. It doesn't make colored mana. And it requires much more on your mana base to become a creature land. But because there's 4 cycling lands, and Field of Ruin is a card in the format, so they might try to blow up your Spiral Canals and your Aether Hubs, putting lands in your graveyard for you. Hostile Desert's a +1 of win condition, and it has 4 toughness, so a Braid does not kill it, and Lightning Strike does not kill it, and that's incredibly important. 4 Spiral Canal for the blue-red duel, and then 7 islands and 5 mountains. I really tried to get a 26th land in this deck, but I felt like the second commit to memory was more important in the main board than the 26th land. So, but in the testing that I've done so far, I have not had a problem with 25 lands, especially with Opt now being a card. So for the instance, 2 Abrade, 2 Censor, 2 main deck commit to memory. Carnage Tyrant is a pain in the fucking ass. Like, if that card is in your opponent's deck, you probably just lose. Like, game 1, at least you just lose. You have no good answers. So this card commits one way to do it. But the problem is that even if you cast the memory to shuffle, they draw 7. There's a chance they just draw the Tyrant, and then you have to do it all over again. Because your opponent, even if you attack with a Gear Hulk, like, let's just say you attack and they block, even if they have the board wipe, odds are they have the second Tyrant to cast, so you're going to lose anyway. But, so yeah, 2 commit to memory. It's also because, like, you need to kill Hazoret. You know, Bristling Hydra. Just all the cards that are problems for you are still problems. They've just created more problems. Although I think I have found a sideboard card that helps out with that. 4 Disallow. God, I fucking love this card. So fucking good. PS Memory's main deck graveyard hate. So, but 4 Disallow. Card's amazing. 2 Essence Scatter, because fuck creatures. 4 Glimmer of Genius, because I like drawing cards. 4 Harness Lightning as a removal spell. 3 Magma Spray, because you need early game interaction. I thought about playing 4 Spray, 2 Opt, but I really wanted 3 Opt in this deck. Opt is so fucking good. I cannot hype this card enough. This card is fucking insane. Ugh. Sorry, there goes my kidney there. Ugh. There we go. But, yeah, Opt's dumb. Play the card, it's great. And then 1 pull from tomorrow, because this card, especially since green is one of the better colors, green just does not beat pull from tomorrow. If you can resolve pull for, like, 3 to 5, you stabilize, but anything greater than 5, you probably just win the game. So, and then 2 Suns, 2 Hour. It's just, I want to have more main deck answers to Hazoret, because I hate that fucking card. They just don't kill Carnage Tyrant, but what are you going to do? And then 4 Gear Hulk, because it's one of the best creatures in Standard. This card's fucking insane. Let's move on to the sideboard. 1 Abrade, extra removal, Artifact Hate, 2 Challenge Defeat, because Ramanat Red is everywhere. 3 Negate, because it's Negate. 2 Search for Azcanta. This card, it's basically for the mid-range matchups in the mirror. I always have a paranoid fear of the mirror, because that's basically my entire LGS is just nothing but blue-red X control mirrors all day. So I wanted to have a card that can auto-win in the mirror. And it's an enchantment, so control decks don't have a good answer for it unless they're playing Forsake the Worldly, Cast Out, Ixalan's Binding, whatever. The green decks can very easily remove it, so that's why it really comes in the control mirror, and a matchup like Black-Green Constrictor possibly the blue-back pirate deck this comes in against, but card's great. And then if you flip it, like really that's the whole thing, is you can flip this thing on turn 4 if you cast enough spells. So 2 Sentinel Totem because of Graveyard Hate. Crook of Condemnation is better to an extent if you have mana, but not only does Sentinel give you the Scry, which is really important, it doesn't even enter the battlefield tapped. Crook doesn't either, but it's 1 mana cheaper, and it scries you 1 when it ETBs. Card's really good, so there's that. You don't care about exiling your own graveyard, because you've pretty much gotten your Gearhulk value already. Just play around it, don't be a dumb idiot. 3 Shielded Aether Thief. This is one of the cards that I think every control player should have in their sideboard, because it's basically another Thing in the Ice. Like, it's not as good as Thing in the Ice, but it's essentially Thing in the Ice. Like, and the fact that it has Flash, it doesn't die to Lightning Strike, it doesn't die to Abrade, it doesn't really die to Harness Lightning unless your opponent has setup. And the fact that, at the very least, you're going to get an energy out of it before it goes to the graveyard, so... And, maybe in the control mirror, you bring in, like, 2 copies, just because it can draw you cards, so... Then my favorite card in the deck, Vizier of Many Faces. This is something I saw from MTG Goldfish. Basically, it's your out to Carnage Tyrant. Because what it does is that when it ETBs, it gets to clone a creature on the battlefield, but it doesn't target, so it can become a Carnage Tyrant. And it has Embalm, so it can do it twice. So let's just say that they make the first Carnage Tyrant, you swing with your, or they swing with their copy, you block, you take a trample damage, of course, they both go to the graveyard. Vizier can come back in a turn or 2 and just clone whatever big dinosaur that they have because it has Embalm. So, I love this card. I don't know if every control deck should have it in their sideboard, but I think that if you're a 2-color control deck in blue, I definitely think you should be sideboarding this card because it outs the Carnage Tyrant. And it also clones a bunch of other great creatures in the format. You can clone all the big green dinosaur fatties. You can clone Hazoret. You can clone whatever you want. I love this card. So, but that's it for this video. Excuse me. Again, the upload schedule is going to be pretty infrequent. College is kicking my ass right now. Like, a lot of the LGSs that I've gone to in the Ypsilanti area, all of them, they're honestly more casual than the one I used to go to. So I need to find a competitive store. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. But if you guys know any competitive LGSs in the Ypsilanti area, Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll find some time to visit them. It's just not having a car. It's really annoying. So, what can you do about it? But anyway, leave the game stores in the description. Leave any comments you have on this deck in the description down below. My name is Nick from Team Table 501. Thanks for watching and get good plebs. I'll see you next time.